Hey, it's day 74 on PCT. Well, where else would I be, right? Just came through this beautiful meadowish, forested, grassy area. It was so windy though, I didn't want to start a video, but let's take a look around. The geography has really changed here. It's really been a really amazing change uh, as I make my way north of Kennedy Meadows. And I'm around mile 1050-ish. And we're getting to this like high just a bit of quite a bit of difference between uh, the lower or the higher Sierras. Really, this is supposed to be lower altitude, but there's our friend the snow. We still have not completely gotten rid of snow, but at least it's easy to traverse. They're just small patches. So we'll just cross this one. I usually slip or nearly fall half the time. I don't know why, but yeah, that's part of it. So yesterday I had a great day. Left Kennedy Meadows North on the shuttle at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Had a nice stay there. Had a nice little campsite next to the river and um, ate a ton of food. Had like 4 big meals and hung out and got the normal chores done. And it was really nice. The place is like a huge pack station. They've got horses and tons of cabins. And the PCT hikers are kind of shuttled out back. And we had our own little area. But it was a nice a Nero, as they call it, meaning not quite a zero, a near zero, in one day, out the next. All right, good. Look, I didn't fall. That'd be good because it'd be on camera. So I had some good times there. One of the things I said about the Sierra lately, one of the changes between the Sierra and the desert, is that you don't get as much community time. Just because there are no places along the Sierra, along the PCT in the Sierra Nevada mountains that, you could just get off and hang out with the other hikers. So you have to make it to the main resupply places. In the desert, there's a lot of little places that you can get off, little inns and bars and uh, ice cream shops, things like that. You just tend to see more people. So I've been saying that I haven't seen many PCT hikers, but today I've caught up to a bunch. So that was nice. Yeah, yesterday was amazing. Like I said, I got on the trail only at about 11 a.m. and still managed to do 20 miles, or just a notch below 20 miles. I'm still motivated by trying to make up some days because I lost some days in Mammoth Lakes, recuperating the ankle and trying to catch some people. So, on one hand, you don't want to speed through all this nice stuff, but on the other, having a little challenge in front of you is actually good because, let's face it, 5.5 months, you can only look at so many trees and say, wow. So having a little extra motivation, I think it really helps, no matter what it is. So that was a good day. Boy, I really felt good. I think what happened was that having a big breakfast, and then at Kennedy Meadows North, and then having a bunch of food in kind of a abbreviated time, I just had a lot of energy. And today, was basically the complete opposite. So I basically screwed up because I got started at about 6 in the morning, 6:30, and I just kind of scheduled myself the way I did yesterday, where I was going to have lunch and at what time. And it was just way too long without enough food. And around 11, I just started feeling really weak. I was having real trouble kind of getting up the hills. I just felt lethargic. And so on a long day when I'm trying to do 20 miles, which is something new for me, I really need to focus on the amount of food I eat. You can't stress enough what nutrition out here means. I mean, I know, thru hikers constantly talk about calories and calories and calories and calories. But it's not just how many calories you get, it's how you take them and when. I've seen people really drag through the day, and they only eat at big breaks, Trail has disappeared, as it is wont to do. So what happens is, if you don't have like a constant, as I call it, a constant drip of nutrition, you'll get really down. There you go, I almost fell on camera. So I've always set up my nutrition plans for the day where I have multiple snacks down here in my hip pockets that I just have like once an hour. I have this bottle right here, which with the straw usually contains my carb and electrolyte mix. So it's like, for me, it's like an IV drip. I just keep energy coming in constantly. And if I don't do that, and I believe if people in general don't do that, they'll get those big ups and downs, have a lot of energy after a meal, and then really crash. And so that's something that always needs concentrating on, and something you have to pay attention to. So I stopped today at a place called Kinney Lake. Oh, it was like a rock area overlooking the lake. It was really beautiful. And I ate a bunch of food and I slept for like an hour. I think I took a nap. And, now I feel completely different. So it just goes to show you. So last night I made it to camp. I decided I would try to get to this one camp, and I would go until it was 7 p.m., which I've never hiked that late before. I don't generally like hiking that late. I like getting to camp in the 5 to 6 hour because you get some sun, you get to dry out your feet, which have been wet constantly for the past 3 weeks, and just do some chores. So it's really nice. Feels like you can relax a little bit. I met a guy there whose trail name is Stash, because he's got a big mustache. But he's more famous because he does a lot of far out comment posting. And his comments are always pretty good and very informative about upcoming water sources or campgrounds or snow conditions. So that was kind of neat. We sat around talking for a while before going to bed. Tonight I'm trying to make another 20 miles, and which would put me at about mile 1057, I think. And that is about 3 miles. I might go a little bit further, but it's about 3 miles before basically a dangerous snow traverse that still exists at around mile 1060. So I'd like to get as close to that as I can get, and then go by that in the morning. The notes on that say that it's fairly small now. There's been so much snow melt. Uh, it's not really a danger. It's probably a very flat boot track. It's considered dangerous because it's on a high angle slope, but it's really nothing I haven't seen before. So that's the plan. Ankle feels good pretty much today. I still don't like getting it bent one way or another too much, but I'm walking fairly normal. That's feels really kind of miraculous to me, based on how it felt when it first happened, and so I'm very grateful for that. It's been a really, I just love the change in the trail. We've gone from rocky, super rocky step-up trails with those big deadlifts you have to do to get up a hill, to these trails which are very smooth. And even on the hills, it's just a nice smooth incline. No big rocks or boulders to step up typically, and boy, that just makes things so much easier. Where you can get yourself into a rhythm, because these hills are still super steep and you really can't go fast, and it's very tiring. But you can just give yourself a nice cadence, and just keep that slow rhythm, and there's nothing to stop you. So I'm very much enjoying this section over the last parts of the Sierra. But I think that's it for now. Probably got a hill to climb here. Don't want to hear me huffing and puffing. So I'll sign off. See if anything happens exciting over the next couple days. Hey, here's a log I can't hit my head on. Nice. Because I've done it about 5 times already. Anyway, until later.